You're watching 48 Fastcast.
All right, y'all, 7:01. Happy Friday. Made it to the end of a work and school week. Kind of been cloudy, dreary out there and cold, but a lot going on this weekend. So if you do want to finally get out of the house and enjoy, you can do so. Just make sure to bundle.
Yeah, that's it. And it's a lot of positivity today because it's Friday. You get the weekend, and like you mentioned, a lot of stuff going on. So
holiday activities getting closer and closer. Santa is on his way to town, sort of. Still have a while to get all that holiday shopping done. Had the cold rain move in yesterday evening, and that has moved out. Most of you picked up about a quarter to around a third of an inch of rainfall. Maybe some lingering drizzle pockets or some mist here this morning with the low clouds and the wet roads we have. Fog is also a concern here this morning, especially heading south down 65. If you're heading to Birmingham, for example, down to 1 mile visibility in Coleman, and then up there in Franklin County and Tennessee near Winchester coming in with some fog as well. But any threat of that drizzle or mist this morning, that ends. Most of the day will be dry. We could even see some breaks in the clouds by the afternoon. But our temperatures are chilly, and it just feels a bit colder because of the damp conditions and the amount of moisture in the air. But we are in the 30s and 40s. Everyone above freezing, so we don't have to worry about icy roads. We've got snow up there into the Virginias and Maryland. We could see some breaks in the clouds as early afternoon.
This is your 48 First Alert Road Report, sponsored by Bankston Motorhomes.
The traffic update, a little slow on Joe Wheeler Highway in Decatur, but once you get past that, 565 is clear all the way to Huntsville. Maybe a few stops here or there on the Parkway coming down from Hazel Green, but overall okay. One accident in Coleman, an area that's had some fog here this morning. This is on Alabama 157 by Dalk Drive. That will slow you down there. And some fog in the Scottsboro area, and an accident also on Alabama 35 West Willow Street, right by the intersection of 79. Have a safe morning commute. Gina.
Jeff, thank you. New this morning, a Coleman County attorney accused of trying to kill her husband has been suspended by the Alabama Bar Association. Sarah Baker was arrested last month and charged with conspiracy to commit murder, attempted murder, and several other drug charges. Court documents show she's accused of putting fentanyl in her husband's food and drink. 2 workers at an Albertville plant were injured in a fire. This happened yesterday on a forklift outside the Mueller plant. That's on Industrial Boulevard. We're told one of those employees who was burned was taken to UAB Hospital.
Well, parents of Athens high school students are sharing their concerns after a former student was arrested. He's accused of planning to kill students and teachers. 18-year-old Carson Butler has been charged with terrorism and attempted murder. He's accused of making online threats back in July. Butler has been in jail since then. Court records we obtained claim he attempted to carry out his act with other groups online. We're also told that Butler previously attended Athens High School but was not a student at the time of his arrest. A Limestone County jury has found a human trafficking suspect guilty. Edgar Castro Juarez was convicted yesterday. Now, he was found guilty of electronic solicitation of a child, attempted human trafficking, and traveling to meet a child for sex. Castro Juarez drove from Kentucky to Athens to meet who he thought was a teenage girl, but he was actually talking to an undercover police officer. When he arrived in Athens, he was arrested. He will be sentenced on January 14th.
A Huntsville man has been indicted by a federal jury on a charge of possession of child sex abuse material. That means the case against Victor Angeles Garcia is moving toward trial. He was arrested by U.S. Marshals in July. Department of Justice officials say he was arrested after an incident in June in Jefferson County. Well, the mother of a motorcyclist is suing Huntsville Hospital Health System. This comes after her son was hit and killed by a Helen Keller Hospital ambulance driver after his motorcycle broke down. This happened in 2024. Sydney Canada II was the person killed. The lawsuit was filed by his mother, and it claims the ambulance driver was, quote, young and inexperienced. She also accused him of speeding and failing to yield while her son was in the road.
Well, leaders with a local nonprofit are asking for more donations in order to help bring a very special Christmas to many foster children in our area. We'll tell you how you can help.
Well, workers with the nonprofit Kids to Love are working to fill close to 2,000 Christmas wish lists for local foster children this year.
Yeah, and leaders say they're close to getting some of those filled, but they need your help to finish those lists out. Kids to Love founder Lee Marshall says that there could be more toys to fill younger children's wish list, as well as clothes and shoes for teenagers. In order to make sure all the gifts make it in time, they need to start sending out those gifts this week. Marshall says that she's noticed an even greater need for gift donations this year due to the government shutdown. Marshall says their teens in foster care need a great Christmas as well.
I tell people if every child in foster care was a 5-year-old little girl, we would not have a crisis of foster care. But that's just not the reality that we live in. And so while we do have a lot of younger children, and those are fun to buy for, teenagers are always our biggest need because we don't want those kids to go without it Christmas either.
Certainly not. Now, the kids' wish lists are posted on Christmas trees at Bridge Street. They also have an RV park near the Dick's Sporting Goods at Bridge Street. So if you want to drop off your goodies, you can do it there.
Now, your First Alert weather with meteorologist Eric Burke.
All right, happy Friday, everyone. Cold rain has ended. What's left over, a little bit of drizzle or mist. We've got low clouds, and these stubborn clouds will stay with us as we go through the entire day today. Now, at least future satellite hinting at possibly some breaks in the clouds. Might even see a peak or two of sunshine as we go into the afternoon, but temperatures will stay well below average in the low to mid 40s. We start off mostly cloudy and chilly for your Saturday. We are expecting more dense fog for tomorrow morning, but future satellite actually on this model run really clears out the cloud cover for your Saturday afternoon, and that would be nice to see some sun if that happens. Clouds quickly push in again on Sunday. What we're tracking on future radar here is another round of light scattered showers. Temperatures will be in the upper 40s to low 50s. All the winter weather will stay off to our north into Tennessee as we go into Monday morning. Kind of a colder start to our work and school week next week. High of just 45, partly cloudy Monday. 50 Tuesday, 57 on Wednesday. So next week, I know we've got some cool days there, but it is at least looking drier than the wet weather we had all week long.
All right, well, definitely looking like it's going to be an okay weekend overall.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, and you know what? When it's cold outside, we like to just sit inside and watch holiday movies too. So
yeah,
that's a thing you can do.
A good option. All right, y'all. Have a great rest of your morning. We'll see you throughout the morning with more news, weather, and traffic on 48 News on your television. Have a good one.